Laura A. Grace here, the author of Dear Author, Letters from a Bookish Fangirl, Team Lines of Poetry Collection, and Finding God Anime Devotional for Otakus, which is free on a variety of platforms. I'll leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Happy Wednesday, my friends! I'm so excited for Top 5 Wednesday. I'm just always excited about all of these different videos, but I don't know, I'm just really excited today, probably because I am filming on my normal film days, and it just feels so good to just be back and filming videos. I know I already posted stuff, but hopefully that makes sense. It's just really special, and I love doing this hobby so very much. And I'm so glad that you're here. As I shared, or at least I think I shared, today is Top 5 Wednesday, but if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday, Top 5 Wednesday was formed by Lainey back in 2013. The group is now since on Goodreads, and I'll also leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Basically, our host creates a series of prompts for Wednesday, and then on that said Wednesday, we answer that prompt with 5 books, or in this case manga, that reflect that said prompt. Today is super awesome because we are talking about books that made us laugh. And like I said, I'm super excited for this because honestly, that is like my favorite thing about manga and anime. In fact, on a Discord channel that I'm part of, one of the people on the Discord channel had asked, what is it that hooks you about anime that encourages you or makes you want to keep watching? And I was really touched by everybody's thoughtful answers and felt a little mine's not nearly as cool because honestly mine comes down to, did it make me laugh? And if it made me laugh and then I love the characters, I'm going to keep watching. I don't need a big special reason, I guess you would say. I just need to be able to laugh. That is especially true for anime. Now, that does, I think, go into manga as well. I definitely like reading happy manga, as I call it. It's harder for me to stick with a series that is much more serious or just doesn't have as much humor, even if it's not a super serious read. I really need that humor aspect in, even if it's just very small, but I need that to keep me engaged because I'm just I like reading things that make me happy. So this prompt was a lot of fun to think about and brainstorm, and I could not start this Top 5 Wednesday without first featuring this manga. So for number 1, I'm saying Library Wars, Love and War. This is the first manga that I purposely picked up and got me hooked on manga. The bonus stories, guys, are everything. I know I've gushed about that before, but truly, this whole series has made me laugh. It definitely has a lot of good action scenes. It's not all funny, or I wouldn't even really say that this is a fluffy story by any means, but it's got a lot of great action and a lot of great humor, and I absolutely love it so much. For number 2, this was another series that was yes, hands down, this is on my list for sure, and that is Play It Cool, guys. I love these guys. Oh my goodness. It's a colored manga, and it never fails to make me laugh. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this manga on my Comfort Reads Top 5 Wednesday video, because there's just something great about these guys, and I find comfort in being I guess somebody encouraging me to laugh. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really love a light story, even if this one's very episodic-like. I mean, it does have a little bit of a plot where the stories sort of tie into one another, but I feel like each chapter could be sort of read as a standalone, and then it's just brought together where it's more enjoyable as you keep reading and the chapters keep going on, because it does have, like I said, that link. I feel like in volume 2 that it does have a little bit more of a storyline, and all of our guys are a little bit more connected than they were in the first one. I'm super hyped for volume 3 because I know that I will laugh. And sometimes, I don't know if I've laughed to the point where I've cried, but I've definitely laughed where I went back and reread it just so I could go laugh again. That is how much I really enjoy this series. And I've done the same thing too with Library Wars when I did read it. Like I said, especially those bonus stories. Those bonus stories are they're just the best. They're just the best. But yes, Play It Cool, guys, is one for sure that has made me laugh on more than one occasion. It is just such a great story. For number 3, this is actually an older series and I no longer have it, but when I was thinking about manga that made me laugh, I was like, well, yes, I should definitely mention this one. So for number 3, I'm going to say Love Attack. This is an older Tokyo Pop series, and I think it's extremely hard to find at this point. I sort of, in a way, wish I would have kept volume 1. I have read the series. I did not enjoy past volume 2, so I don't know if I could recommend the whole entire series, but I definitely could recommend volume 1. It was so much fun. The premise basically centers around that the main girl, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she goes to this school, and the guy who's like he's not a jockey, he's basically like a punk, and he beats up other people. He's like the top dog in this school, and so the girl is about to get suspended, but the principal tells her that if she can convince the other guy to actually come to school and such, then she won't get suspended and can keep going to this school. She takes the challenge, and it is so funny because these two actually end up liking each other, and the shenanigans that follow, especially with the main girl's dad, is so funny. There are some really good laughable moments in this manga. There's definitely some sweet moments as well. I loved the main dude. Like, he's so sweet. He's so kind, and it was just, oh, it was so good. I remember it brought a lot of feels, and because I think I read this manga back in, I think it was 2019, and I still have some of the pictures I took from when I read the series still saved on my computer because there were just certain moments that I absolutely loved. I think Kodansha, or like the mangaka, wrote a spin-off where, I don't know if it would be a spoiler, so I won't say what it is, but you're more than welcome to look it up if you're curious, but it's called Queen Bee, and I'll just say that the main character of that manga actually links back to the first one, and I've wanted to try it because I think Shay Geeks Out read it when it first released and said it was just as funny. So, but the first 2 volumes are so funny, and it's just really good. It's a very cute story and a cute romance, and like I said, the dad is absolutely hilarious. Like, he is probably like one of the like best parts of that manga because of how he plays a role in the series and how things just unfold. For number 4, we have another funny series, and I'm really excited because that's Takane and Hana. I did not meet my goal last December of reading the whole series by the time the final volume released, but I did read volume 1, was so hooked on it after that I went and binge bought the rest of the series because, oh my goodness, Takane and Hana is hilarious. They're hilarious. Like, there's not much, I mean, there's probably a lot more I could definitely say, but I love the first volume, and I laughed so much. I don't know if chemistry is the right word, but the way these two their banter, there we go, is just so on point, and the way that they're like secretly and sometimes not secretly competitive and trying to one up the other person is something else. Like, this whole manga is a hoot, or at least I'm imagining it is. I've heard very good things about this. I know the Manga Sloth just mentioned it on his channel and said that it was a great ending and just very funny, and I honestly cannot wait to finish reading this. And this is another series that's on my top 10 series that I want to read this year because I'm like, oh, I enjoyed the first one so very much and laughed so much. It was great, and it was such a fun time, and yes, I just need to go and start reading this, but I'm trying to finish up the other series I have, which is Anonymous Noise. That's not a manga that's made me laugh, at least not as much as Takane and Hana, but it's very good. So I gotta finish that one so I can start Takane and Hana and just have a really good time. For number 5, oh my goodness, this one of course has to be mentioned. I feel like I've said that with all of these, that all of these have to be mentioned. Did I mention that I love manga that make me laugh? Oh my goodness, The Way of the House Husband definitely succeeds on that. Oh my goodness, I love this manga. I love the anime. I think I've read up to volume 3, I think, of the manga, and dude, the series is everything. I really enjoy it, and I need to get back on reading it again because it's just so much fun. It's very episodic, like there's not much to it except I feel like the humor, like that's the best and strongest point of this series. I really enjoy the characters and just how things unfold and how it's very different than what I usually read, not necessarily in a bad way, but I never knew that we could have like somebody from the Yakuza that could like just act like a typical guy and be a typical guy except for the Yakuza history and just have all of the shenanigans that take place. It is really good. Like I said, I love the anime, and I definitely recommend the anime and the manga. Like, the anime super closely follows the manga, so if you're not able to find volumes, definitely check out the anime on Netflix. It is different than your typical anime, so just keep that in mind. It takes, I think, like a few episodes to really get in, but once you get in, it's just, The Way of the House Husband pulls you in and just does not let go. So much good humor in this series, too. And I'm going to do an honorable mention because I realize after the fact that I said Love Attack instead of this one, so I was like, well, we have to feature this one, and that is My Father is a Unicorn. Yes, just the title alone can sometimes bring out a chuckle, and I know it did for me, because I was like, my father's a unicorn? Like, what? Like, oh my goodness. I've probably read this manga about 3 times now, and it is so fun. It's so fun. It's a pretty light story, but the unicorn lore and the main guy and just everybody is really, really good, and it's just a fun time, and it's a one-shot, so it's a quick read, and I really enjoyed this. I need to actually do a formal review of this because, like I said, I just sometimes pick it up if I want something light and I just want something that's pretty prettily drawn. I think I said that right. The dad is an absolute hoot. Like, here we go. Boom. He's just so funny, and the things that happen, it's just great. It's a great story, and I definitely recommend this if you just want something quick to read. And I don't know if it's out of stock right now, but if you need, like I said, if you need a quick read, this one definitely delivers. And I felt like I talked super fast during this video because I was so excited to just gush about all of these manga that have made me laugh, and I'm so sorry for talking fast today, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to hear some manga that have made you laugh, or just maybe that's anime that's made you laugh, or a combo. Totally share all the things with me because I would love to hear about them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!